Then what I love also is like, so obviously this show is about a vampire slayer. It's about, this girl who's like fighting all these demons and yada yada. But what I love about it is that at the same time, it is about, for a lot of people, high school is hell,
High school
itself.
is
It's its
hell.
own landscape, of inner struggles, outer struggles, trying to fit in, peer pressure. Everyone has their own demons to face. And so I love that, that mixture of the two on this type of show.
100%.
Must be Tuesday, yeah. Must be Tuesday, yeah. Must be Tuesday, yeah. A Buffy podcast.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode 3 of Must Be Tuesday.
A Buffy podcast.
I'm Mike.
I'm Manny.
What we're going to be talking about is episode 3 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Witch. It's one of our favorite episodes, I think at least. But anyways, Manny, how are you? What's
I'm
going
doing
on?
good. Yeah, just doing all things Buffy and having a great time. How about you?
Good. I'm just living my life, living the dream. So speaking of all things Buffy, have you been following? There was like a Comic-Con in the States, and the cast of Angel was there with David Boreanaz and Charisma Carpenter and amongst other people, like almost the full cast of Angel, I believe. And they were doing a panel. Have you seen this at all?
No.
Okay. So two things that were great. Well, first of all, Charisma Carpenter, somebody asked her when she was on the stage and doing a panel, like question answer, was like, what is one of your favorite comfort shows or comfort food or, something you just sit down and watch? And she was naming these other things I didn't really grasp it at first, but then she's like, you know what? I started rewatching Buffy and she's like, there's a scene with, where Buffy, doesn't know Angel's a vampire yet. Oh, spoiler alert. So doesn't know Angel's a vampire yet, and like invites him into the house, and she's like, and I just right then and there I realized, wow, I get it. I get why people love Buffy so much, and it's just something like clicked in her. And it's funny that she's rewatching it, and then she's admitted like, this is my comfort food now, like my comfort watching show, and I just thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, because I think you'd mentioned that like she never really watched it before. She'd never really gotten into it.
Apparently,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
And especially since, like, she's the one that had all the drama with Joss Whedon and the allegations and this and that, but like she's still watching Buffy.
Yeah, I love it. I bet there's a lot of actors like that maybe don't watch all of their shows all the way through. I know a lot of people also don't like seeing themselves on screen or on stage, and so maybe that's a part of it. But it's cool that she's catching up all these years later.
For sure. Also, she looks amazing, like
Yeah,
stunning.
she does look good. She's beautiful.
I'm so impressed with her. And then another part of the panel, I don't know how it came up, but David Boreanaz was telling a story, and he said he was walking like just in public, and somebody walked up to him and was like, somebody was like mumbled into his ear, and he was like, what? Huh? Say that again? He was like, oh, I just want to know how does it feel to be my gay awakening or whatever, or how does it feel to be many men's gay awakenings? And then David Boreanaz he laughed. He said doesn't matter if it's gay, straight, or whatever. He's like, I'm just happy to be anybody's awakening.
Okay, very that.
And I was like, okay, very that.
That's
and I
a
think
good
a lot
answer.
of us who are younger, exactly, a lot of us who grew up watching it or just being young like that, we had gay awakenings like that as well.
Yep.
And I know I did.
Me too. He was
For
definitely
me-
one of them. Yeah.
Oh,
Along with, I would say, John Stamos from Full House.
100%.
Oh my God, love him. And he's still so beautiful.
And all the JC Penney ads. I mean, the paper ones. The ones you flip through.
Oh my God, you're so wrong with that. But yeah, I did love David Boreanaz as well.
Anyways, so that's a quick little Buffy thing that happened this week with I guess the Comic-Con they went to. And I love how they still have panels for these shows. They still have Firefly, like the show Firefly that Joss Whedon made afterwards. They had panels for that at certain events where the whole cast shows up and they had just, question, answer, which is really cool. And I love how it's still following after 20 years almost, or even more than that.
I've never been to a Comic-Con, but it would be so cool to go.
Oh gosh. So I saw the Firefly cast at a Comic-Con in Dallas a long time ago. I would say at least 15 years ago, maybe. And they were there. And then also I stayed for Dollhouse, which is Elijah Dushku's show. And I got to meet Eliza, and I hugged her and everything. It was so cool. One of my favorite moments. It was crazy. I didn't even have I don't even think I didn't have my phone. Like the phone cameras weren't even that big of a deal, I guess. But I didn't take a picture. I just hugged her and I ran away. I just thought pictures were like kind of like weird, but it was just so cool. I was happy to see her, and she's just so stunning in person. Of course, that was 15 years ago, but I'm pretty sure she still is.
She's beautiful.
Yes. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. So this week, Buffy trades vampires for cheerleaders, and a witch with major mommy issues comes into play. So get your Eye of Newt ready and your pom-poms. We're about to open the Hellmouth.
Give me an H. Give me an E. I love it.
All right. So, what's your first impressions of this episode?
What I love about it is just it's so genuinely it's a creepy idea. It's just genuinely creepy. The spells are creepy. The twist is cool. I just thought it was, and it's cool that there's no angel in it. There's no vampires in it. It's a standalone episode. Thought they really did a good job with the idea and the storytelling. I love it.
They did a great job, and also Giles is weirdly excited about it too.
I know.
In the beginning, he's like, "Oh, there's there's this and that. We're on the Hellmouth of this area of pure I don't know what he said, but evil and just anything can happen here." And he's so excited about it. He's like, "Oh, sorry to see the glass half full."
Oh, right.
And they're
I love that.
they're looking at him "Why are you excited
Freak.
about demons and monsters?"
Yeah, that was cute though.
Witches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love it. I love the opening scene because he's berating her, and getting onto her, and you have no
what
idea
did you do? What happened?
Yeah, what'd she do? What happened? And then just the screen turns around and she's just wearing this cheerleader outfit. It's so cute and she's so bubbly. I love it.
And she looks so good with her bangs and everything. She looks amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, I love the opening. It's so smart and so you're like, "Oh my god, what happened? What did she do?" And then she's just standing there in her cheerleading outfit. Also, the music they were playing, for the cheerleading tryouts in the very beginning, I thought I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it's it sounds similar to what you would hear in the '90s, but then it's I couldn't pinpoint if it was a song or not. But I think they just kind of made up a beat. And
I just thought it was funny that when it cuts to that scene and they're out in the gym, doing that.
Yeah.
At the bottom, because I watch everything with subtitles, so at the bottom
Same.
it says hip hop playing. I'm like, that's not hip.
That's not hip hop.
I don't know what it is. It's like techno dance or something, but it was
Yeah.
that's not hip hop.
Yeah, it was '90s house music or something.
Something. I liked it.
That's funny. Yeah, no,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
hip hop.
Yeah, so the scene opens up, and I'm just impressed by these girls. They're just doing back handsprings, these awesome cartwheels. The one chick with her split spread out. I was and then Buffy immediately feels intimidated. She's like, "What am I coming into?" But then I'm like, "Buffy, you can do handstands on a pole, above an alley.
I know, right?
Why are you worried about this?"
Yeah, I know, because I'm like, okay, first of all, weren't you already a cheerleader before? At least we're supposed to believe that she was already
Exactly.
a cheerleader at her old high school. But yeah, you can do splits, you can do backflips, front flips, you can do all this crazy stuff. So I think that says a lot about just her own inner struggles and self-esteem.
True.
Because I think she can do all that. And maybe she just feels like
And
she's
then
been out of it for so
struggling to
long.
fit in.
Yeah. She's been out of it
Because
for
she-
so long and she's living this weird, strange life and she's struggling to fit in, all those things.
Exactly. So she just feels, I guess, before she met Xander and Willow, she kind of probably was like, "I have this sling and I can't have any friends because it puts them in danger." And so now that she has friends, and then she's trying to live a double life, be a girl, be a normal girl in high school, and then also keep the sling as well. It's a balance. All right, so we're at cheerleading practice now. We're at the beginning. One of my favorite things is, and yes, so Buffy has all these
Mm-hmm.
insecurities, but she's trying to manage. She just wants to fit in, right? And so she's gonna try out for cheerleading, and then of course something happens, and the girl starts to flame up the one that's supposed to supposedly turn the Lakers down,
Oh, yeah.
right? Amber something, and I love it because Cordelia's kind of over it. She's like, "Whatever, I'm better than her," and she's trying to be all snooty.
She even turns her back
And
on
she's
her.
not. She turns her back, but I love it because Willow's like, "She's on fire." It's the best.
And then Cordy's like,
And then-
enough with the hyperbole. So stupid. I love it.
but she's literally, this girl's on fire, and Buffy saves her life, of course. What I read was Buffy's stunt double for this scene actually burned her hands trying to put out the fire.
Oh, no.
So because that wasn't Buffy, that wasn't Sarah Michelle Gellar, it was her stunt double who did it. And yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. I
But they
knew
still
that.
kept it.
Another thing I like about how Buffy immediately reached up for the flag and then she
Immediately.
ran onto the court or stage or whatever and she put the fire out, and what I love about that is that yes, she is a vampire slayer and so she has all these superpowers, but when you think about it, that didn't really require superpowers. Anybody
No.
could have done that, but I still love that it still shows how special Buffy is, that she's
Yeah,
still,
because she's
you know,
not only is she equipped with Slayer's strength and all these other things, she's also equipped with common sense and what to do in an emergency.
Yeah, and she's quick.
Like she's quick.
Yeah, anybody
Yeah,
could
and
have
then
done
she
it, but
uses
did
her
it.
resources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's resourceful for sure.
She's always resourceful. That's
Mhm.
what I love about Buffy.
Me too.
So, cutscene. They well, that was so. Before that, we saw that there was a witch doing something in a cauldron, and we don't know who it is yet. And that's when she sets this girl on fire, right? So then it goes into but Buffy's there for tryouts. They're all doing this, and then they meet Amy and one of the ununique names we talked about.
I know, right? Very basic
Not
name in the
Aura.
world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What was the other girl's name that we Aphrodisia?
Aphrodisia. Yep.
Aphrodisia. And then now Amy.
Amy. Aw.
So we meet Amy, and she's timid and sweet, kind of, but like they're trying out for cheerleading practice, and they're all doing really good at their cheers. Her, Cordelia, Buffy, and then it comes to the cartwheel part, my favorite part,
Mhm.
because if you're not looking at Buffy, you wouldn't probably notice it right away. But I've seen it so many times that I can't deny that Buffy's cartwheel is horrible.
I'm
It's
trying to
like
think
not a
about,
full-on cartwheel.
is she in that first? So is she in the group with Cordelia and Amy?
Yes.
I guess because all I could concentrate is on Amy's cartwheel.
Was Amy's bad too?
So hold on, because I'm talking about Amy does a cartwheel and she
Yes.
falls into Cordelia.
Yes.
That's Amy.
That's Amy.
That's Amy. Yeah. I'm like, girl, don't you train 6 hours a day? You can't do
Yeah,
a
she
cartwheel.
trains with her mother.
3
like
hours in the
6
morning,
hours a
3
day,
hours
you
in the
can't do a
evening,
cartwheel.
which you can't do a cartwheel. But
I should have paused and rewound it because I should have looked at see how she did a cartwheel. I bet you her cartwheel was good, but her landing was bad, I think, and she just fell onto
Mhm.
Cordelia, right?
yeah, yes. But Buffy's cartwheel, I can't recall in that lineup.
So instead of doing like a perfect like straight, her feet straight up in the air, cartwheel and landing, it's more of like her feet come out like to the
Oh,
side
gotcha.
and then go down. It just looks bad. It looks like somebody who just tried to figure out a cartwheel.
Well, they should
I
have
don't
edited
know.
that out.
All I know is that Buffy's cartwheel was bad, and then fast forward, she didn't make the team, and I'm like, it's because of that cartwheel.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Like, was that really Sarah Michelle Gellar? Did her
Yes,
stunt double call in that day?
exactly.
That's
And
funny.
I love how Xander in this episode he starts to show his love interest for Buffy, but in like a really weird like kindergarten punch you on the high
I
school,
know.
punch you on
Yeah.
the recess field kind of way.
Yeah.
It's like
it's annoying.
it's kind of cringe.
Yeah, it's cringy. And then at the same time, you also see the first real signs of Willow's like feelings for him and the jealousy. Like
yeah.
when he gives her the bracelets, and then
Mhm.
Willow's face is all, I forgot what she says, but she reacts in a weird way. She didn't like it. She didn't like it at
Yeah.
all.
He says, oh, I love you. I love that I can just. He's like, something about I love I can just talk to you like you're one of the guys, and she's like, she does not like that. But she's like, oh yeah, I'm one of the guys.
Oh yeah. Poor Willow.
Poor Willow. Oh, it's okay. She turns gay, by the way. So
Spoiler.
spoiler. But I feel like if you're watching this, you already know that there is a lesbian character in this eventually.
Exactly. Yeah. Willow's too good for Xander anyway.
Way too good.
So sorry.
Yeah, and Xander's all lusting over the cheerleading, all the cheerleaders
Mhm.
basically. And then what happens?
Oh, I also wanted to ask, while we're still there. So, okay, spoiler alert to the what's coming up in the episode. Or maybe I should go back to it. Is her body switched yet?
Yes, because it's been unless this episode took place over a couple of months.
Okay,
Then So
we'll go back to that.
Fast forward, the cheerleaders. Something is happening to every cheerleader that gets on. So one cheerleader chick has her mouth is like all covered and stuff. You know,
Ooh, that creeped me out.
I can't even explain it. It was really good.
Like her
It's
mouth
like she's
just
like
goes away.
skinned.
It's just
Yeah,
skin.
it was just like skin over this area.
Yeah, that's creepy.
So she obviously is off the team.
Yeah, so Cordelia is suddenly disoriented. She's suddenly disoriented, and she's walking down the highway, the high school hallway, just all disoriented. She's at the wrong locker, and Buffy starts following her. And then she goes to the
Yes.
driver's ed class, and she's like, I don't feel good. He's like, you're not getting out of this. And so suddenly her vision's blurry, I guess, and she can't see, and she's driving erratically. And they crash through the gate onto the street, and then she gets out of the car, and she's like going like this, like she obviously can't see. And then this truck comes barreling
Delivery
towards her, and apparently the truck driver can't see either.
Apparently.
Because she stayed in there for a good minute. And then
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Because Buffy jumps in and saves her.
Yeah.
But when Buffy jumps in and saves her, the delivery truck, like, it's a huge UPS truck, and it's like coming by, and it hits and takes off like part of the car, like the car door, right?
Yes.
And it just keeps going, and
it
you don't
just
hear it
keeps
slam on
going.
its brake. It just keeps
Yeah.
going.
And then you see that Cordelia's eyes are like white. They're
like
white,
Storm
and she can't
in the
see like
X-Men,
Storm, and she
but
can't
not in a
see
good
anything. So
way.
that the spells in this show are really, really good. They're really good and well
Yes.
thought out and well done. I like that.
I agree. And then the one with the mouth one kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to see.
Oh, also when the girl gets her mouth covered up, like her lost or whatever, I like how I don't think it's very discreetly the way Buffy's getting Amy's hair from her
Oh
bag.
yeah.
She
Because
drops
so they
something.
figure out it's like a witch, right? And they need to figure out who's the witch, and they're assuming it's Amy because she didn't make the cheerleading team, and she really wants to be on there because her mom's like a super Nazi about it, and just wants her to do, like, wants to live through her child. Basically, this
Mhm.
whole episode is their parents living through their children,
Yeah.
right? And Buffy's struggling at home, like with her mother, not really struggling with her mother, but struggling with the idea that her mother is busy and working and with the gallery. And Buffy's like, I want you to be involved in my life too, in a way.
Mhm.
It's like slightly. And then, because
Right.
like, I guess she just kind of feels jealous that other people, like her mom trains with her 6 hours a day. And Buffy's mom's like, well, it sounds like her mom doesn't have a life.
Right.
And so they assume that they're thinking it could be Amy, as she could be the witch casting these spells because she didn't get on the team, and she knows how bad and how like crazy her mother is. Everybody knows how bad her mother is just from Willow being her friend. So like, yeah, so yeah, when they're trying to do a spell and they have to spill this thing with Eye of Newt and the witch's hair onto the witch, and if it turns blue or purple or whatever, then it's the witch.
And it
then
turns
she's the
blue.
witch.
And it
It
turns
does turn blue.
and she gets
And
her
then the
hair.
girl's mouth comes up, and they're both, even Amy looks shocked at that point,
Mhm.
like, And Xander was very good to point out, like, he was like, but Amy, even like, she was just as spooked as all
So
of
that's
us.
point number 2, where watching it back, I'm just like, she switched yet? Just another point where I was like, I don't know. That's weird to me. They kept it suspenseful. They kept you on your toes, but I'm not. Do I 100% get it? I don't know, because then it shows. I think so. All those spells have happened, and then it shows Amy going home. Right? Isn't this where we're at? So then Amy goes home, and she calls out to her mom. She says, "Where
Yes.
are you?" And then the mom
Uh-huh.
comes out and is just quiet and meek and looks scared. And she's like, I have a something history report due tomorrow. Write it, and throws her bag at her.
Yeah.
And then she reveals, she's like, I almost should have made the team by now. She's like, but instead Buffy and her friends or whatever are busy getting strands of my hair.
Yeah.
But then she reveals that she took the bracelet that
Uh-huh.
Xander gave her
gave
at the beginning
Buffy.
of the episode. And then she goes up to her room. So meaning like she's going to cast a spell now against Buffy.
Yeah, because at this point, Buffy's now on the team.
Right.
And she's next in line or whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, she's not next in line, is she? Oh, no, she is. She
Yeah.
is next in line. But she was third alternate, and then
I don't know.
oh yeah, but there's 3 girls out. But whatever, it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is so yes, so we don't know if you're watching this, you already seen the episode. You know the mom switched bodies with her daughter, and the thing is like what they say. She's like, I woke up a few months ago. I woke up and I was in her body.
Oh,
I
you're
woke up in her
right.
bed and I
Months
was in her
ago.
body.
Okay.
And then so when she did the horrible cartwheel, it was her mom that did the horrible cartwheel.
Yeah.
Catherine the Great.
So
You know what
that
I mean?
means, Catherine the Great. So did a horrible cartwheel, and then also looked surprised at that one girl with the spell with the mouth. So
I mean,
that's
she's a
why
good
I was like,
actress.
yeah, I don't know. Was she just playing it cool? Was she just playing it up? I don't know.
And also there was a point where Amy was like, my body can't move like hers.
Mhm.
And so maybe it's Amy, like, even though she took over her body, she just can't move the body the same that she wants to, maybe. I don't know.
That's a good theory, that she's just getting used to this different body, and yeah, that can be it as well. I don't know.
So but based on the episode and the facts and the context clues they provided, she has been in this body since the beginning of this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, I
Her
don't know.
mother and her have switched. And then and also, okay, so Buffy then is now given basically what Giles says later about a quart of liquor in her system.
Mhm.
And that's why when she comes down she's on this cheerleading team now, and she's like, macho, macho man. Like, who sings that song,
I know,
literally,
right?
like, ever?
Yeah,
And her
how old
mom's
is
like,
it?
you're in a good mood.
I know, right? Who sings that ever? I'm surprised she even knows that song. But it was cute.
It's just silly.
Mhm.
And Buffy does play silly, but like really good,
Yeah,
I think,
she does.
Sarah. And I do like it, and she's drunk at school, obviously, and she, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. She's like, "Turn up the music."
I love it. Turn up the
It's so
music.
silly.
I
Turn
love
up
it.
the
She's going
music.
all crazy at the
Yes, I love
rehearsal
it.
and then at practice.
So good.
And then she throws the cheerleader. I love it.
Ugh.
And then,
And then that's when they kick her off the team,
mhm.
and then Amy is now
Yeah.
in the cheerleader. She says, "Don't give her, she's a witch."
Yeah.
So, anyways, Buffy's now like basically alcohol poisoning, and Giles figures out what is wrong with her immediately. You notice that? Like
Yeah.
he figures it out right away, and and time is of the essence here. I love it when they go to Amy's house, and they get there, and it's just and they're talking to her, and then you recognize that the mom, Amy, doesn't know who they are.
Right.
I mean, doesn't know who Buffy is, at least.
Right.
Because it doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense now, like in my mind, like she looks at her like she doesn't know her. Like
Well,
they haven't met
they haven't
yet at
met.
this point.
Yeah. She hasn't actually met
Exactly.
Amy.
No.
Yeah. And then
And
when
I
she,
love how Giles says, "Your daughter is meddling with some very serious stuff here."
mhm. And then I like how
It's
she
funny.
figures it out because she sees the tray of brownies because
Mhm.
Willow
So
said
she
they used
remembers
to,
what Willow
yep.
said.
And then something else that she said, I forgot. There was another clue in there.
Oh, she's like, my dad, I mean, her
Oh, yeah.
dad.
That's the one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Buffy figures it out. Giles still hasn't gotten there, but she's figured it out. She switched you. And I love the one line here. She said I was wasting my life. So she took it. Ooh, I love that line. It was so good.
Yeah. So she took it.
Yeah. Her mom the mom basically wanted to relive her glory days.
Mhm.
She wanted to go back to high school. She wanted to be the shit, she wanted to be the head cheerleader and I guess popular and just, and she felt like Amy wasn't doing enough with her life. So she switched.
They switched.
Mhm.
And it's just funny. It's literally, this episode is a metaphor for parents living through their
Mhm.
kids. But like, she just literally just takes her body. She's like,
Yeah.
"I'll just do it for you. Goodbye." And I love how it doesn't like. I feel like the mother's intention was just to permanently like live in this body. Like, I'm done. It's
Oh,
done.
yeah.
Like, this is my life now. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not giving it back.
Yeah, I don't think she would give it back. Her mom is an evil witch. Like, she's really
Really.
evil. She wanted it all.
And
She didn't
super
care.
powerful.
Yes.
Super powerful.
Mhm.
And this is like the first episode, or this is the last episode, I would say, that really has witches in it. If you think about it, up until there are witches. But
Up until there are witches.
what I mean is, like, there's nothing. I think it's after this, like, Willow starts like thinking about like trying to do like basic spells and magic, but like it's just her and Amy,
Right.
and there's no other witches. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, is there
Yeah.
another witch
Yeah, I can't think
episode,
of
or
any.
is there? Yeah, I can't
Except
think of
for
any either.
Willow and Tara. I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah. Anyway, so they got to save Buffy. They get the books and that cat jumping out. I forgot that was going to
Oh,
happen when the
yeah.
cat jumps out. I
Mhm.
forgot it was going to happen, but I still like made that's
It's still you
Buffy
still
never
jump
makes me
back.
jump. Never makes me jump. And that I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
because
that's cute.
it does. It gets you. And what's crazy is, if you think about it, in the intro where they do all like the names, like
Yep.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Allison Hannigan, the cat is one part that jumps out,
Mhm.
and then the scream, which I wish they would have. I love that scream in the
I like
beginning.
it too.
And that's the mom.
Yeah, because when they
There's several
redid
parts
it,
from this.
they took that out, right? When they redid,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, I liked it too.
But there's several parts from this episode alone that are just in that intro.
Mhm.
And I guess there's only like 12 episodes this season, so
Well, that's true.
each episode can
Yeah.
have two little parts.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they go back to the school. Amy's now with them in Mama's form, and Giles is casting a spell, and he's really enjoying it. He's really into it. I feel like, granted, he wants to save Buffy's life because she's going to
Mhm.
die, but I really like. I don't know. I just and it alludes to that Giles has done something like this before, even though he says he hasn't done a spell like that before or something.
Mhm.
But it just, in my mind, knowing what I know about Giles' future, like what we learn about him, is just like, he like knows spell, like he's
He does. He
dabbled.
has done it before. They just hadn't
Mhm.
decided at that point that
I guess
he,
so.
yeah, that he would have done it before. Because later it's revealed that he has.
Yeah, but he's like really good.
Exactly, because he's done it.
I love it.
Hmm. Yeah. So then, and it shows now Amy at the actual game.
Yeah,
Amy's at the actual game. She's doing the cheering. They bring the mom back to the science lab, and wait, right? Buffy
Yeah.
back to the science lab.
Buffy and the mom. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Giles is working his magic stuff, and it shows Amy kind of glitching in and out of seeing like the crowd, but then seeing like parts of the science lab, like the frog,
Uh-huh.
and then they have a pyramid, and she falls from it, and I love that freaky look that she gives like the other
it's
cheerleaders,
so
and they back
good.
off. Yes, it's really good.
So it just shows how great an actress both the mom and Amy were,
Yeah.
because the way Amy walks, it's like, poof, poof, poof. She's like, I'm
Mhm.
going to stop whatever's happening. And I love when Willow and Xander try to like stop her, and
Yeah.
how she like grabs Xander, like, like the force, like
Mhm.
tries to grab his neck or whatever and chokes him. And then she just punches
She
Willow,
just punches Willow, and I love how Willow's like,
punches Willow.
because Willow doesn't know a lot yet about being a
Nothing.
witch, and I like how she's like, just goes for the what is it, the word, like the tropes, of like, so do you really ride a broom, or like she's just
Yeah.
asking her like questions like that.
So
I
do
thought
you
that was
really
really cute
ride a
as well.
broom?
Yeah, but then she
That was
gets punched
funny.
out, and that's oh, I
But
like
I
it.
love when Amy and mom and Amy's body is walking, and then she like
Yeah.
punches open, gets that axe out, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden it's like, here's Johnny. She's like just
Uh-huh.
hitting the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's really coming. This is like, I know what you did last summer
Yeah.
and everything. Like, what is happening here? Or
Mhm.
Scream.
Yep. And then right
It's like,
before
it was
she's gonna like kill Buffy, the spell that Giles is doing comes through when he's like, release. And then the mom is just standing there all confused. And Amy is standing there all confused with the axe,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. And what I love about that is like, as many times as I've seen this episode, it's always a surprise to me when Buffy gets up and they're kind of looking at each other, and then the mom comes and like tackles Buffy.
Tackles Buffy.
And I forget about that. I don't know. I always do. It always surprises me.
But it also surprised me that they weren't ready to have the witch in the room with them.
Yeah,
at
that's
that
what I'm
point.
saying. Yes.
Like, why aren't you prepared? You
I
are,
was
you know,
surprised.
you're trying to reverse
They were
all the
surprised like I was
spells.
surprised.
Yeah.
They were
No,
not
but it doesn't
prepared.
make sense. The spell you are casting is to reverse all the spells she's done.
Mhm.
And so like, and then Amy is glitching. She's seeing, so you can tell the spell is working slowly, but working. And I'm like, why don't you, like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't understand.
In retrospect,
Anyway.
they should have tied her up, put some tape on her
Mm.
mouth, something.
So we're going to tie you up right now, because when the spell does
Yeah.
happen, we're going to need you tied up.
Yeah. Well, they were working against time, so they just didn't have time
They
for all
were.
that. But it still
So
surprises
our
me every
Shiro
single
is
time.
saved.
Yeah, our Shiro saved.
Our Shiro's saved and has to fight. But I love how she just punches the witch, the
Mhm.
mom, and she just flies across the room.
She's like,
Oh,
I feel
gosh.
better.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of my favorite part, she's like, it wastes no time. Actually, like they end the witch's life really quickly
Mhm.
in this one. Like, because she's like about to cast this like evil spell, send her to the dark place or whatever. She's like, I will look upon my enemy, and then she's like, I will look upon her, and I love it. She's like, her eyes are all blacked out,
Mhm.
and then again, Buffy being resourceful, using what's in the room. She's like this metal mirror thing that they use in the science lab, and she just reflects the spell back to the mom and sends her to the dark place.
Mhm. Yeah, that was a cool.
But I
idea.
just think it's, yeah. And I love it. And then, because Buffy didn't even have to fight after that. She hit her once, and then she was going to send her to some place. And then she's just like, okay, mirror down,
Mhm.
done.
Yep. And then it gets to
And
like
then,
them walking down the hallway at the end, which, by the way, at the very end, that last scene, Buffy's outfit, I don't know if you remember her outfit, but her outfit,
it's like a dress, right?
it's very like, I don't know if it's 70s.
It's like 70s, but it's sparkly too, isn't it?
I don't know if
It's like
sparkly.
formalish, I felt like.
It's like 70s.
Does
It's like this, I think, purple color. She has the boots on
Yeah.
again, and the way her
Doesn't it
hair
come up
is.
to her like it's high necked too? It's like
I don't
a little
remember that
higher.
part, but it's really
Oh.
cute. But it was very 70s
It is cute.
styled. Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
And her hair was up in like a,
No, it was down.
it was just up, right? It was
No, it's down. Mhm.
Now I gotta look it up.
Yeah, look it up. It's cute. It's cute. It's retro. And
I
then they're
remember the
walking down
purple.
the hallway, and Amy's talking about her dad and how they're like, spending all this time together and making brownies, and she's really happy for it. And then they come upon the trophy case.
The statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, this trophy.
Yeah, the trophy case. And they're again talking about her mom. Have you seen her? No, I haven't heard of her, but she was going to send me to such and such place where I'll never make trouble again. So it's likely we won't hear from her. And then they walk away, and it zooms in, and the eyes of the trophy are like, she's kind of screaming. She's kind of like, has this,
Yeah, she's like muffled scream.
yeah, and her eyes are darting back and forth. By the way, that ending, it's creepy. It's like Twilight Zone. It's such a
Yeah.
cool concept idea, and I guess that she's just in there forever. That creeped me out. It was so good.
Yeah. And I do love how, fast forward, spoiler alert, future episodes,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do allude to that. Like, I think it's Seth Green, Oz. And he's like looking at the statue case. He's like, you ever noticed that? And he's doing this to
Mhm.
to this
Did the
to
eyes
the
follow
trophy.
you?
He's like, the eyes follow you in here.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh my god, because if you have, I feel like you have to like an episode had to impact you enough for you to remember it that far in the
Yeah.
future, and that did because I was like instantly, I was like, oh my god, witch. You know, even the
Yes.
first time watching it, I
Mhm.
remembered because
No, I love it.
the ending does impact you. Like you remember that part.
Mhm. I always wonder also, like, what happens what happened to the trophy when the school, like, is
Yeah,
destroyed? What happened to it? Where's her mom? We'll never
I
know.
don't know. Who knows?
She's just lying in the rubble
Is she
somewhere.
released?
Ooh, I don't know.
Maybe we'll hear from the witch again in the reboot.
Well, that would be interesting.
One of my favorite parts, though, and we've passed over it, is when after the spell's done, everything's done, and they're in the science lab. Xander runs in, and then Willow runs in. She's like, "Where is she? Let me
Where is
have
she?
her. Let me at her
Yeah,
with the
that was
bat."
so cute. And Sandra's like, I
I'm like,
took
"Get
care
it,
of it.
Willow."
He's like, I
What'd you
took
say?
care of it.
Oh yeah, Xander.
Yeah.
Um.
Also,
Okay,
I thought
so
it was really
go
cool
ahead.
that this is like, so this is only episode 3, right? We're
Three.
on season 1. This is episode
Technically
3.
the second episode, the second time it's ever aired on television.
Yeah. So what was really cool is that, so this is the first episode that's kind of starting the whole monster of the week thing, you know?
Yeah, Monster of the Week.
Yeah, I like that. So Buffy wanted to get people intrigued real quick, right? So episode 1 and 2 are a continuation of each other, and it's also like already the big bad, you know? And
Mhm.
so I love that the way they did that. They created this really interesting, big arching story. But then episode 3, they're like, no, we're going to cut back and we're going to kind of go a different direction with this, you know? And it kind of gets you into the mood of what the overall season and series is going to be like.
You're
So I
like,
thought that
oh,
was cool.
what's next?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen next?
Yeah.
Because even if they said previously on Buffy, because sometimes they do that. Like in the
Oh,
future,
yeah.
they do previously on Buffy. They didn't do previously on Buffy for this episode, and it makes sense
Yeah, 'cause
because
why would
there's
they?
nothing previous to even that nothing relates at all to this
Yeah,
episode.
exactly. Doing it in that. Yep.
You know, it's like it's standalone by itself. Some interesting facts I found out about this episode is that it was it's the third episode, but only the second week of ever being on. So Buffy, both episodes,
Oh, yeah.
pilot episode played on the first week. So this is the second week, and so this is the technically second episode, if you will, and second night it's been shown. So originally was written by Dana Rustin, so it's actually not even written by Joss Whedon this episode, and I love that because it's like it just shows how many good writers they have.
Mhm.
Like Joss doesn't have to think of everything. He thought about the concept, and then everybody just ran with it. Like they have
Yeah.
writer after because there's a lot of episodes that aren't written by Joss, and I'm just like, I can't even think of. I can maybe think of one episode where I'm like, oh, that was kind of weird, but it's still like I still like it,
Yeah.
but it's just interesting to think about.
Yeah, when I was younger,
And
I used to think that the same writer wrote every single episode of a show. I don't know what I was thinking,
Okay.
but that's just kind of what I thought, you know? And I mean, I get it now.
Like a book.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was the same writer every single time, the same director every single time. I just thought that's the way shows were. And apparently it's not. And, you know, on shows like this, where the thing about Buffy is that the writing is so unique. It's so witty. The play on words, the pop references, they do a lot of pop references.
Mhm.
It's like, how can this be so many different writers, you know? But apparently, you know, they still have a head writer and they still meet and discuss and go back and forth.
Yeah,
with
I'm
it.
sure there's like a big table with all of them,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
there's this one person. I wrote this, and we're throwing it out there, and they all kind of like probably
Yeah.
bounce ideas off of each
Mhm.
other. That would be really fun to be a part of if you think
I know,
about it.
right? Yes.
I mean, I
be a
feel
fly
like
on the wall.
exactly that too. But like, I feel like sometimes when we're like, we're out drinking or whatever, you and I, and we'll just be talking. We're like, oh my god, that's such a great idea. We're bouncing
Yeah.
ideas, and then we just like, never really remember to do it, except for this.
Yeah.
We made this come true.
Yeah, but we got to have drinks.
We had to have drinks. Okay, so which, in hindsight, like you said, it's forming. Since this is basically the second episode, it's forming like what Buffy DNA is for the
Mhm.
future, like it's just forming who Buffy is, as in Buffy the show. And like you were saying, it's like, okay, now we're introduced to the monster of the week concept, and like, okay, we like it, but then we're like, what happened to the master? So it keeps you
Mhm.
engaged. Like, okay, I have to keep watching because I want to know what happens to the master. And then apparently, you don't even get to see that until like a few more episodes down, because the next episode is called Teacher's Pet. We all know that one.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah, imagine
what else is it?
if like this is the first episode you watched, you know? What if like you missed
Uh-huh.
episode 1 and the 2 and the continuation, and then this
You
is the
wouldn't
first episode,
even-
you're like, where are the vampires?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
But what's funny is like you could watch this episode without watching the first two, and The only
Yeah.
thing you would miss is basically them find her going to a new school and her forming friends
Mhm.
and that's it really.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I did want to talk about. So when Joyce is setting up for her shop and then Buffy just lifts it open or whatever,
Oh,
the
yeah.
crate for her right away. It was like so easy. But she says, and I'm just happy you're getting a cheerleading because you stopped cheerleading right before, you got kicked out of the old school.
Mhm.
And then she says something. Joyce says, she's like, we searched everywhere and then we finally found this school that would accept you. And like thinking about that, it's kind of like this school that would have accepted you, and it's on the Hellmouth. So I feel like when Mom searched to find a new town and a new school to move to for Buffy, they were kind of led to Sunnydale, probably by the Watchers Committee Council, or
Ooh.
like you don't know this at this point, but like there's somebody else that has, and then I didn't think about it till now, but like there's somebody else who has hands in this that we can't see, somebody unknown, because
Yeah.
you can't randomly just find Sunnydale and happen to be a Hellmouth where you need to be, where you're
Yeah.
required to be as a Slayer.
I hadn't thought
So
about that, but that's a good idea.
yeah, but maybe they were like they have a lot of power and a lot of like strings to pull, and so they said no, she can't go there. No, she's not allowed here. And then they're like, you have to let her in here somehow, some way. And then like, okay, so they
Yeah.
let her into that school. And I was
Mhm.
just thinking about that when her mom said that.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about
So
that.
that
That's
was
pretty
cool.
cool. It's a cool concept.
Yeah. So the best parts of this episode, I think Willow really did a great job in this episode. Like I love her lines. I love she's on fire. And then I love when she comes in with the bat and then she talks
Mhm.
about the broom. So like I think they did I think Willow's my star for this episode with like
Ooh.
just the quick wit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. Willow's coming into her own here. Like you're
Yeah.
getting to see a lot more of how her future is going to be
Yeah.
on Buffy the Vampire
Mhm.
Slayer.
And I also
What
like
about for you?
I don't know if I have a star of the episode. I mean, except for Buffy, of course. But I like the
Always.
introduction of Amy. I
Yeah.
like that she, if you keep watching, so she doesn't really ever become part of the Scooby Gang. She's not on like most of the episodes, but she is a character that they do kind of keep. They'll go back to, she'll be in an episode here and there, and I like that. I like the introduction of her, the use of her. I thought it was,
But also, if you think of it, Amy's one of those characters who knows what's going on in Sunnydale too. Like,
yeah,
she obviously knows because of the witch, and she was there during Giles casting the spell. I just think it's very like she knows what's happening, but so she could be a Scooby, but she
Mhm.
never does.
I don't know
She
why.
does her own thing.
Yeah, she does her own thing.
It's interesting.
I don't like that. I don't know. I don't think we needed another member, so I think it's okay.
No.
I like the way they use her. Yeah.
When we get Cordelia, that was enough.
Yes, exactly. Yes. She's
Well, no,
supposed
because in future episodes, Cordelia and Oz, like that's like 5 people,
Yeah, that's
and then
enough.
Giles.
Yeah. Not
It's a
everybody
lot.
can be a part.
But for
of
some
the
reason
gang.
it works. For some reason it works.
Mhm. Agreed.
Especially since Oz doesn't say anything ever.
I know, right? His monosyllabic way.
Yes, and when he does say something, it's like very, like it's what's supposed to be said at this very time.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if I
so a little bit more spoilers. Body swapping. This isn't the first time this isn't the last time we'll see body swapping, right?
Ooh, yeah, you're right. That's good.
So we have the next body swap, which is going to look really. It's going to be great. Future episode is seasons and seasons down, but that's one of my favorite episodes.
Me
with the body
too.
swap
I love
happens.
it. So I love the idea of the body swap. I think that that's the twist of this episode is so good. You really don't see it coming.
Yes, you
It's
don't see it
exciting.
coming at
Yeah,
all.
it was. I don't know. I'm sure it's been done before, but for me, it was just exciting and new. When I watched it.
If it's the first time you've ever seen this episode, I would like to know if you figured it out right away, or
I'm sure some people
if
did.
if it's your first time watching Buffy, did you figure out that it was the mom the whole time? Because I know the first time I watched it, I was like, what?
Yeah,
And then I only figured it, I think I figured it out the same time Buffy figured it out. Like right at that point when I saw,
me
I
too.
think it was when they were knocking on the door and the mom was putting the brownies away, like eating and putting the brownies away. I was like, and then I kind of just clicked. I
Yeah,
was like, oh my God, that's
same,
Amy.
same. I
Yeah.
figured that when Buffy did.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I think it's
let us know if you figured it out way before then, because that would be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on a rating, we're going to rate this episode, and
Okay.
we're going to give it pom-poms. So how many
Mm.
pom-poms would you say out of 1 pom-pom to 10 pom-poms? 1 being not the best, and 10 pom-poms being like the best.
I promise I'm not going to give I'm going to try my hardest not to give every episode the same rating, but I'm going to give it an 8. I really love this
8?
episode. Yes, it's one of my
I
favorites.
love it
It's
too.
so good.
I love it too.
Mhm.
I think I would give it a 9. It's
Ooh.
almost what I love it because it's like one of those perfect episodes where it has the beginning and it has an end. There is no, it ends and it ends with a creepiness. And that's what I love about it with the trophies and the eyes. And it just kind of just ends. Like I don't know. So I think it's on its own, this episode's like so good. Like it can, like I said, like you said, if somebody didn't know it was called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where are the vampires? If it was just called Buffy, then you'd be like, oh, that episode was great. You know, you wouldn't expect there to be vampires, but it's just a standalone episode.
I think even if people, first-time whatchers, were like, oh my God, why are the vampires? Why is this called Buffy the Vampire Slayers? I think it's so intriguing that it would make you want to get into it. It would make you want to go back and start at the beginning and get into it.
Exactly.
It's because it's really, it's an exciting idea, you know?
And it just means that there's going to be more, like not just, other than vampires, there's more out there. There's so many more things to discover, to defeat, to come up against. And Giles alludes to that in the pilot, or one of the first 2 episodes, where he's like succubi, incubi, lullaby, or whatever he says, and he's like, it's all here. We're living right on top of it. All the things that you ever dreamed of, or monsters under your bed, it's all true, and this and that. And then just kind of like, I love that because she is a vampire slayer, but she's just against anything that is evil, and it could be even humans that are bad.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. She's just our hero.
I know she is. And what I love
her.
also is like, so obviously this show is about a vampire slayer. It's about, you know, this girl who's like fighting all these demons and yada yada. But what I love about it is that at the same time, it is about, for a lot of people, high school is hell. You know,
High school is hell.
It's its own landscape, you know, of inner struggles, outer struggles, you know, trying to fit in, peer pressure. Everyone has their own demons to face. And so I love that, you know, that mixture of the two on this
100%.
Oh, another thing is, like, at the beginning of the episode that I wanted to touch back on, I love when so Willow and Xander want to help Buffy. And Buffy's like, I don't need help. And then we're like, no, we want to help. You're the Slayer and we're the Slayerettes. Yes, I love that. I think they mentioned Slayerettes like once or twice more in the whole series, but I love that that she said that.
They haven't came up with Scoobies yet, have they?
No, they do it later. I don't remember when, but yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
That was cute.
Okay.
So yeah, I
It's
give it
really
a 8.
cute.
You give it a 9. It's a great episode.
So it's a Must Be Tuesday's official score of 8.5.
Okay, there you go. I think that's fair.
And I love how the episode's just called Witch, not The Witch, just Witch.
Just Witch. Yeah, me too.
So next week, we are going to discuss the next episode, which is called Teacher's Pet. And just teaser, spoiler, Buffy faces a literal man-eating substitute, and not in a fun way. Thank you so much for listening today to our podcast. Check us out online at on our socials. It's going to be Buffy Tuesdays on TikTok and Instagram. Also, you can email us at buffytuesdays@gmail.com with any questions or anything you want to discuss, or anything we left out that you think that should have been we should have touched on more. We'll be more than happy to answer those on our next episode. Anyways, anything else?
That's it for now.
That's it. All right. Well, until next Tuesday, if the apocalypse comes,
Beep us.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Until next Tuesday, keep your stakes in line. If the apocalypse comes, beep us anytime. We're your Scooby Gang, we've got your back. Just don't invite vamps or a midnight snack.